H-I-N-E show, yes. They have some kind of event coming up, but that's not what it is.
I haven't read that either.
Stand by. 4, 3.
Women of Worth. Learn more right after this.
Good one, son.
Last summer, my new dad took me on vacation. First, we went deep sea fishing.
Wow! I'm so proud of you, son.
And then we went on Thunder Shark.
That was awesome! Let's go again!
3 times. I gotta say, it was pretty cool.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Oh, not again.
Welcome to Community Watch. Greg,
Doug,
how you doing?
I'm doing fine. And you said?
I'm doing all right. I'm glad you're well.
Likewise.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm well too.
Well, I'm glad you're glad. We're doing a show about Women of Worth today.
We are.
And I'm trying to remember if we have done a show. It seems like Marilyn Ringstaff has
Yes.
been a guest
She
before.
has. She has.
But I can't remember. It's been a while.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's been a while.
And she won't be a guest today.
Won't be a guest today.
But Women of Worth, which she is heavily involved in, is the subject. And I know they've got a fundraiser coming up, but so it may be an opportunity to talk a little bit about what they do as well.
Well, you know, I'm always interested in those organizations that really kind of start from personal commitment and dedication. And then, you know, it's amazing how people can just kind of will things into existence.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how I see Women of Worth. So it will be interesting to see kind of where they are now compared to, you know, years ago when it was first started.
Well, we have two guests with us. They will be joining us right after this short break. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
I'm transferring to the University of West Georgia.
Columbia University,
Kennesaw State.
UGA.
Loyola University in Chicago,
Grambling State.
Shorter University.
I'm going to Greensboro College, and we all got our start at Georgia Highlands.
No matter where your educational journey takes you, you can get your start at Georgia Highlands College. Georgia Highlands College. Enroll, engage, excel.
Welcome back to Community Watch. We're very happy to have with us Kristen Sheely and Lillian Shaw. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you. Hi,
All right, Kristen, Women of Worth, now you were the office manager.
Correct.
All right, so you're kind of in control of everything.
Sure. Because
So you need to tell us, especially for the folks who don't know, what Women of Worth is.
Okay. Women of Worth is a nonprofit health clinic. We mainly focus on women's health care here in Rome. We've been in operation since 2008, and we provide mainly GYN and reproductive health care for women who are uninsured or underinsured in our area, including cervical cancer screening, pap smears and annual exams, family planning, STD testing and treatment, and we can also do preventative labs like cholesterol, A1C, screening for men as well as women. So we do see men in the clinic as well.
Now that was like, you know, I get the impression you've answered that question before.
Yes.
Now your services, now you said you can help women that are not insured and underinsured.
Right.
So do y'all take insurance?
We do not bill any private insurance. We do accept Medicaid, and that's one of the things we've been doing is to, there's a new type of Medicaid available for women who are not pregnant or don't have young children in Georgia now, and it's called Planning for Healthy Babies. And we spend a lot of time referring women to that Medicaid because it pays for their pap smears and annual exams and their birth control. So we do accept Medicaid, but we're not set up to bill private insurance. We just have a standard office visit fee of $20, and we ask a patient to pay whatever they can for the lab fees, which for a pap smear is $25. And we do have funding from the Junior Service League right now of Rome to help cover the costs for people who can't pay in full.
Well, that's nice. I didn't know that.
Yes, I didn't realize that. I'm saying, but that's very inexpensive.
It is. We're mainly volunteer operation. Our main sources of funding come from community donations, grants like the Junior Service League of Rome, and Medicaid reimbursements now. But we're able to keep our costs low because we have about 60 volunteers that help out at the clinic, and our nurse practitioner, Ms. Ringstaff, is also a volunteer.
And Lillian, I know you're a volunteer as well, so the two of you can both address this, but I'm just curious about the need for this clinic. I mean, it's been going for 6 years.
Right.
So obviously there's been enough need for it to continue. So, I mean, how busy is the clinic?
We're extremely busy. This year we have had an increase in our the numbers of people seeking our services of about 400 people already. We're seeing almost 2,000 women and men under our care, not just from the Rome-Floyd County area, but from all over Georgia. And we're especially busy.
Yeah.
So you see people throughout the state?
We do. We've had women come from as far as Augusta and Savannah, as well as Alabama or Tennessee, to get the health care that they can actually afford that's cheaper to drive up here.
So it's cheaper to drive all the way to from Augusta.
Right.
And there's nothing like this, apparently,
Right.
in Augusta. That's both disappointing for Augusta, but it's impressive.
Well, but all
what you're
those
doing.
towns in between here in Augusta.
And there are quite a few.
Yes.
Wait, isn't Atlanta between here and Augusta?
Yes.
Yes.
I would see a good number of people from Atlanta as well.
Surely there's something like this in Atlanta.
Well, like I said, the cost is so.
It's very, very expensive to be a woman.
We know.
I myself have been a patient. I'm a volunteer, and when I returned to Rome, I'm from Rome, and I needed a doctor, and I didn't have a place, so I went there as a patient as well. So.
And so now you're back actually. So you just enjoyed the services, and you really, I guess, bought into the whole concept, and so now you're actually volunteering.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a great organization. I always try to support them.
Is it a kind of place that allows walk-ins, or you have to make appointments, or can both work? Or?
Both. We're open Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. We're still open only part-time right now, and we are very busy, so I encourage people to call our number and schedule appointments, but we also accept walk-ins, people on a walk-in basis during those days.
Now, I'm sorry because I was sort of distracted, and I apologize, but you said to date y'all have seen roughly 400 people?
No, we have almost 2,000 people under our care. Almost 2,000 people. And we see, just this year, we've seen about 400 new
400
patients
new
seeking
patients.
our care. Right.
Okay. So then if you said 2,000 under your care, so I guess that means then, so some of these patients are actually having to come back, and I guess Ms. Ringstaff is sort of like their physician.
Right. As a nurse practitioner, we can't provide full scope primary preventative care services, but as far as women for their annual exams, when they come for a pap smear, Marilyn checks their blood pressure, their BMI, goes over their family planning, and it's a full scope physical and the pap smear, the cervical cancer screening as well. So for a lot of women, we are the primary health care provider.
Now, the test that you run is, I'm assuming there's some things that volunteers can do and some things they can't do.
Right.
So everything that a volunteer can't do falls to Marilyn to do.
Right, and we do have nursing students from Georgia Highlands College that volunteer with us, as well as other RNs and nurse practitioners in the community, when they have time to come volunteer, we can always use people that have phlebotomy skills or just somebody to take vital signs. They are able to help us in that capacity. But the majority of our volunteers help me in the office with outreach and education. We are always busy doing something.
Well, it sounds like you're amazingly busy. I mean,
Yes. You didn't realize how busy.
Right.
Yeah.
now, where are you located?
We're located on Dean Avenue,
Okay.
Dean Street here in Rome, 1513 Dean Avenue. It's a little blue house right next to the State Farm Insurance Agency. Across the street from East Central Elementary
Yes, right.
School.
All right.
Can't
All right,
miss it.
I'm sure I've passed it a gazillion times.
Oh yes, I'm sure.
It's easy to
Yeah.
pass by ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I know besides just women's services, y'all do other things, part of your education. What are some of the educational services that y'all provide? Because I know one of them deals with the distribution of condoms. Like y'all got a ton of them y'all got to distribute.
Right. Yes, we from the AIDS Healthcare Foundation, they had an International Condom Distribution Day back in February, I think, and we received 42,000 condoms in partnership with the AIDS Resource Council of Rome to distribute.
42,000.
Yes, 42,000. So my
Somebody
office is
counted
full
them.
of condoms. I don't know if you know, but Georgia, and especially our area in Georgia, has the third highest rate of STDs in the nation, and we
Wait a
see a lot
Wait a
of that.
I was prepared in the state. You said third in the nation.
Right, Georgia.
Wow. That's
That's a concern.
yes, that's a major concern. You wouldn't know that. I mean, you don't hear that.
Right. So we do a lot of outreach and education. We've been to women's outreach to talk to the people that are served by them, to give them an STD presentation and talk about safe sex and distribute condoms. We've been to the College and Career Academy, and actually their students that are going into the medical field have done presentations to the class about different sexually transmitted diseases and infections so that they could be empowered to communicate that with their peers. But we do a lot of outreach and education, and our condoms are free, and we've got them at several liquor stores and gas stations around the area, actually.
Liquor stores and gas stations.
So we try
I
to
like
keep
that.
the
I
community
like that.
stocked, but we also, anyone can come to our clinic and
Yeah.
get free condoms and instructions on how to safely use them.
Is that, I don't know, is that a difficult thing to convince women to take charge of, or are they just used to taking charge of?
That's an interesting question. We have a lot of, occasionally a woman will not be able to take condoms because she's afraid her husband won't use them, but we do have a lot of women that really take charge of their health. And once they find women of worth and are able to see somebody that truly cares and can provide health care for them, they leave really confident and able to take charge of their own health. And we have a lot of women that come and get condoms for their teenage sons or their friends or their neighborhood as well.
What about the, we were saying that, I was thinking about the public perception.
Right.
Because I know in this part of where we live, we do have, some that are totally against condoms and want to teach abstinence, which is great, but there's also a reality. If we're the third in the nation in STDs, then clearly, there's not a lot of abstinence going on.
No.
Right.
So has that public perception kind of changed in Rome, or are you aware of that?
We're working on changing the perception. There have been a few establishments that don't want condoms to distribute in their business, and I completely understand that. It is still a taboo subject, but we talk freely about it and hope that that will help kind of destigmatize the use of condoms, because it's so important for our community to be empowered to be able to stay healthy.
Lillian, as a volunteer, when you go to the clinic for your volunteer time, do you always know what you're going to be doing? Is it predictable, or you just kind of jump in and?
I'm just here to help. I don't have any phlebotomy skills or nursing skills. Don't put me near blood or anything. So I'm mostly help out with the fundraising aspect. specifically with this upcoming event, helping out with the catering. So that's and
Yes,
involved in that.
Lillian is with the group Speak Cheesy, and they're a pop-up grilled cheese venture. And so she and Caroline Atkins and Hillary Sawyer are all have been involved with the clinic in the past through donations and helping with outreach.
Yeah.
And so they're helping cater our event this year.
Well, we're coming up on a break, so when we come back, we're going to dive into the event and all of that. So
Sounds great.
please stay with us. We will be right back after this.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
Welcome back to Community Watch. We're talking with Kristen Sheely and Lillian Shaw about Women of Worth. And Kristen is the office manager and volunteer coordinator. And Lillian is one of the volunteers. And I know you'll have an event we want to talk about and bring some attention to. But how many volunteers?
We have about 60 individuals volunteering with Women of Worth right now throughout the calendar year, and we're about to have some more from the Junior Service League of Rome as well. They partner with us with volunteers. We have a good support group of volunteers.
That's good.
Right.
Well, let's hear about this event that's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
You want to? I can. Yeah. Well, Swing Fling. I guess you've. This isn't the first of this.
Right.
event,
This is the
right?
second annual kind of swing jazz era fundraiser party that we've put on. So this is our second annual event. This year we're calling it the Swing Fling. Last year Sam Baltzer brought a jazz group, the Notables, who played, and this year they're going to play again. And so the music will be fantastic. We hope there will be dancing. And we're also encouraging people to wear 20s or 30s era costumes. We're going to have a costume contest and a dance competition as well at the event. So we hope that it'll be a fun event, a reason to celebrate.
You have something, right? Your closet.
Borrow this.
Yeah.
You need to.
I probably have something from that time period. Yes.
It's a lot of fun, and this year I'm excited that Kylie Deveron, who's one of my favorite locals, is going to also join the roster of musical guests.
Yeah, Kylie, he's going to be our DJ, and Randy Quick will be our MC from WRGA. He's going to be, last year he played the role of Jay Gatsby. This year we're not sure what his role will be, but he's going to be emceeing our event. So we've got a great lineup of entertainment, and of course food. Lillian with Speak Cheesy is going to be catering the entire event.
All right, Lillian, tell us about Speak Cheesy.
Well, Speak Cheesy, as you can tell by the name, it goes right along with this theme of, Prohibition, Jazz Age, speakeasies. But Speak Cheesy is a grilled cheese food truck concept. And I say concept because we don't actually have a truck yet. What we've been doing for the past month is basically just organizing these what we call pop-up events. So we show up, we've done 3 different locations now, and we've done lunchtime and late night. So it's myself and 2 friends and other Romans, Caroline Atkins and Hillary Sawyer. So we are currently working towards launching a crowdfunding campaign that would allow us to actually purchase the truck.
To get the truck.
To get the truck. Because, we don't have a lot of capital, but now we've generated a lot of buzz. We've tested out now 20 different sandwiches. So we're thrilled to be able to partner with Women of Worth because not only is it just the perfect event for what we are, but we hope to eventually include a humanitarian aspect in our food truck, because we're able to be mobile, and so if we have extras at the end of the day, if we're able to donate to the homeless, like that's something we're aspiring to, in addition to being a business.
But you said, I think you said that, well, of course yourself, but your partners also have a connection with the clinic.
Yeah, Caroline, and I know they've worked the fundraising yard sales.
Caroline Atkins has been on our volunteer roster for a few years, and helped out at Women of Worth. And I just want to say, this really shows how awesome the women in our area are, and how, they started this with nothing, and they're going forward just like we did at Women of Worth. So we're really proud to be able to partner with Speak Cheesy and these awesome women.
I'm just wondering why we haven't heard about the pop-up events. I mean, do y'all not have the Twitter or whatever to follow you?
We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so I don't know, guys, get with the program.
Well,
it's good.
Then I have to rely on you. You're the Instagram kind of guy.
Well, I just started Twittering. Was it tweeting? I just started. I'm learning. But I like grilled cheese. So you said 20 different types. So that's
right. So we've done 5 different types of sandwiches at each of our 4 pop-up events now. So, grilled cheese. It's it's nostalgic. It's it's the ultimate comfort food in a way. But it can be customized in so many different ways. So actually for this event, we're pretty excited because we're trying out, this will be our first real catering sort of experience. So we're going to try out little shot glasses of tomato soup with a fancy little grilled cheese just popped right on there on top. So you can just, and
that sounds
do it like a grilled cheese shooter. So and we might have different flavors.
That's great.
So we're excited to try that out. Yeah.
Well, I'm fascinated by the concept, so we're gonna get invited to something soon.
Well, we're invited to this.
We're invited to. You're gonna come to this event for sure.
We're invited to Swing Fling.
All right. So, what is the date?
The date is September 27th. That's a Saturday. We're starting at 7 p.m.
And the location?
The location we're hoping to do at Magretta Hall. It hasn't been confirmed yet, so keep up with us. We do have a Facebook page, Facebook/Women Are Worth It. So we'll be posting updates on our Facebook as soon as we know.
Well, maybe they'll be influenced by the show.
Right.
Yeah.
And we, aside from the great entertainment and catering, we're also having a huge silent auction and a raffle at our event. We've got some great auctions, some handmade art. One of our volunteers, Selena Tilley, has made a hand-carved relief of the Masonic Lodge. We have another volunteer's father create a handmade stained glass piece for auction. So it's going to be really neat, and we're excited. We're really excited about that, too.
And how much are tickets?
Tickets are $20 in advance, and that's up to the day of the event, and then $25 at the door, and it includes all the food, and we'll have Speak Cheesy and also some things on the side and dessert, and it also includes a free raffle ticket.
No, I'm thinking I can put away $20 worth of food pretty easily.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah. We can do that.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that.
I believe in you.
Well, I know that the money raised at this event is pretty crucial.
Right.
Even though it's an expensive, and you have a lot of volunteers, I'm sure it's an expensive endeavor with as many patients as you have.
Right. We would love to be able to expand our operation to full-time because we certainly see the need for it. But unfortunately, we're not financially able to expand to full-time yet, especially since our nurse practitioner is volunteering. All money raised at this event and any of our fundraisers goes directly toward direct services here in our local community for women and men living in and around Rome, and of course other places in Georgia as well. But all the funds will go directly toward direct services.
Do you have a goal?
Last year we raised about $3,300. This year we're hoping to raise about $5,000, if not more.
And do you have a sense of how much it would take for you to expand your operations the way you'd like?
To full-time, let's see, we can actually operate, if we pay our nurse practitioner, we can operate part-time for about $42,000 a year, so it would take a little less than $100,000 a year to be able to operate full-time and pay our nurse practitioner for her services as well.
So really, your goal for this should be $100,000.
Right, yeah. We're always working towards that goal.
You know what, though?
can do it.
With the amazing success of ALS, when now I'm not quite sure we're all happy for ALS, stuff like this that are local, I mean, it really should speak to us, because we're talking about, it may not be on Facebook, it may not be a challenge, but this is affecting people that we know.
Right.
This could be affecting people that we actually deal with on a daily basis and don't even know.
Right.
And so, I mean, I think we always, just something when we have local fundraisers, to me, that should speak to us just a little bit more, because this is actually saving lives, helping people that are people we actually have to sit down and have drinks with sometimes.
Right.
But sometimes I think we kind of, if it's not a huge promotion, we sometimes don't realize the value of, of $20. It goes a long
Right.
way.
It really does go a long way. And at our clinic, with our prices, $100 pays for 5 pap smears for us to be able to
women
provide
need
for
those
free for
every year.
women. So,
Yeah.
right. We actually have one of the highest abnormal pap smear rates at our clinic, because we're constantly seeing women who are at risk for cervical and breast cancer.
Yeah.
Well, I would hope that everyone would go to the event, and I don't know why they wouldn't for the food alone.
Right.
But is there a way for folks to donate outside of the event?
Yes, absolutely. We have a webpage, and it is womenarworthit.org. That's actually how people can pay for tickets for the event as well. At the top right-hand corner of our webpage is a Donate Now button, and it will take you to our PayPal page. And every donation is tax deductible. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. They can also call the clinic or mail us a letter. We'll take it anyway.
So, really, there's no good excuse for the community not to support this.
No.
So we're gonna have to go.
Yes.
I'm excited about seeing y'all on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, not
we don't see that.
yeah. No, we didn't say all of
that's
that. No, we
Not while people are eating. Not while people are eating. But we need to. We have a break coming up shortly, I believe, and when we get back, we'll give you the contact information again. So if you need to write it down, get something to write with. We'll be right back.
Hey everybody! Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change.
Let's go! To the Batmobile. Dang it. To the invisible jet. Dang it.
Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women.
I could use your help.
Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
Welcome back to Community Watch. We've been talking with Kristen Sheely and Lillian Shaw of the Women of Worth Clinic, and they have a fundraiser coming up on the 27th, which is a Saturday, at we hope Magretta Hall, but we'll let you know. And it's $20 in advance, $25 at the door. It's such a great cause, and it will be catered by Speak Cheesy. That should be reason alone enough to go. To order your tickets and get more information, go to womenarworthit.org. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
.org.
And I also wanted to mention we do have a student discount this year of $15.
Student discount.
That still includes dinner.
Is there a number for the?
Yes, 706-232-3408.
All right. Make sure you go to the website, make sure you call. You should have your tickets in the next couple of days, and we'll be checking on you. Thanks for being with us this time on Community Watch. We'll see you next time.